Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, this is me going back home. So coming back to London via Atlanta and Amsterdam. So this is Rio de Janeiro airport. I'm in the airport lounge. Real good selection of breakfast. I left the hotel at 5 a.m. in the morning. My flight is at 9 with Delta Airline. An airline that I would never ever gonna fly with again, and I would strongly recommend for you to as well not to fly with Delta Airlines, especially if you're in European citizens, basically non-Americans, because the service is so bad. They will cancel your flights if you have connected flights. They won't compensate for your losses. Doesn't matter what you do, how much you tell them like the inconvenience they caused you, they will never ever gonna pay you for your losses. They ruined my Brazil trip. I had 5 days vacation that I booked, and I was looking so much forward to it, and I lost a day because of them. Basically, we go on the plane. Our flight was at 7:30, I believe. We go on the plane, boarded. 1 hour later, up in the air, they had to turn around and come back to Atlanta again because apparently their navigation wasn't working. That's what they were telling us. They should have checked all that before they even started the plane. So anyway, we went back to Atlanta. They parked up all the way to the away from the main gates and everything. There was fire brigades standing there on standby. Nothing happened. They just came, stopped the vehicle, and then went back. We went back to the gate. They were gonna put us on another plane, which they didn't put us on, but the cabin crew and everyone, they went in. Half an hour later, they came out. By looking at their face, you can tell the flight's going to be cancelled. So yeah, they cancelled our flight, even though they provided us with the hotel and everything, which is nice of them. But the fact is that they had so many airlines there in that evening. They could have put us on any one of them and send us to our destination if they really wanted it, but they didn't. And what is worse, the ground staff, they're all so rude. They feels like they just don't want to do their job, or they're not happy. Mind you, some of them are okay, but a lot of them are so horrible. I've complained to Delta. First, while I was still in Atlanta on the way back, I messaged them. I have the app, so I messaged them, and then they were like, okay, so we're very sorry about what had happened. We'll give you a $25 compensation as a travel voucher. And I was like, what? $25? What on earth am I going to get with $25? It's not even going to pay for my taxi ride that I've missed because of the cancellation. A night in hotel, which I lost, I paid as well. So that was just basically nonsense. So then they told me to go to delta.com and raise a complaint, which I did. And what they did, they forwarded my complaint to KLM and Air France customer services because they're partnered airlines. So the KLM Air France customer services came back to me saying, unfortunately, I'm not covered because Delta, it does not come under the European rules and regulations, and because my starting and ending destination was not in Europe, that's why I'm not covered. That's why I'm telling you guys, if you do want to go to travel to South America from Europe, mainland Europe, do not go with a connected flight from America or even Canada. Either go directly, pay a little extra, go directly, or there are flights that goes from Spain and Portugal to South American countries. Do it that way, but at least you know you're going to be covered if anything goes wrong. But never ever with Delta or any North American airline, because you're not going to be covered if they mess up. I've received an email from Delta where they said like, oh yeah, we'll compensate you and this and that, but they don't mention what kind of compensation that they can give us. So I can say that they gave me 17,500 air miles, which is no use to me. So I've emailed them, responded back to the email saying, please, this is what I lost. At least pay me for that hotel and the car ride, which is all in all about, I don't know, only like about £75 basically. Just for £75. They'd rather have, the criticism from me and all that. They weren't willing to do that, pay me with £75. Forget about the inconvenience that caused and the day I lost in Rio. But yeah, this is how it is. And make things worse, the food in the airline is outrageously bad. I guess maybe because it's economy class, it's bad. They won't even tell you what kind of food they've got. They'll just give you, they don't even tell you if it's vegetarian or not. We had a 9.5-hour flight from Rio to Atlanta, and they gave us breakfast, which I think it was Spanish omelette. I know Spanish omelette comes in different forms. Like they have vegetarian, which is just egg and potato, and they have others with sausages and hams and things like that. The guy told me Spanish omelette. I said, yeah, fine, thinking it's probably vegetarian. Opened it, it had ham and sausages, which unfortunately I don't eat. So I gave it back. They could have asked me, why are you not having it, or do you want something else? No, they didn't bother. So I was basically starving for 9 hours. They gave us something light just before we landed. Luckily I had 2 packets of crisps, which I took with me from London. I had those and water, drinking water, just to keep my hunger away. So if you do travel, guys, with those airlines, make sure you have lots of food with you, because otherwise you're going to be hungry. So yeah, so Delta Airline really messed up, and I don't think I'm not going to fly with them anymore again, never ever, because knowingly I'm not covered, then why would I want to fly with them? I won't do it again, no matter what. So advice, guys, don't fly with any American airline, especially Delta, and yeah, don't do any connections in America, especially in the late evenings. Most likely it will get cancelled. This is the second time. Last year I went to South America with Air Canada, connected in Toronto. Luckily there was nothing wrong on the way to my destination, but on the way back, again, the flight, we boarded the plane and everything. They left the gate and then come back to the gate again because there was some kind of issue with the airline. And obviously they cancelled it, but they gave us compensation. They paid us a travel voucher, up to 700 Canadian dollars travel voucher. They paid for the hotels and everything. So that was one good thing that Air Canada did. So yeah, once again, don't fly with Delta. The whole experience in America, like in Atlanta, the checking in services, and the toilet, oh my god, there's gaps 2 inches in each side of the door. There's a huge gap, 2 inches of gap. People outside on urinal, when they turn around, they can see you sitting in the toilet doing your number 2, and then there's gap underneath on the bottom. Anyone can go slide through from one cubicle to another cubicle. It's disgusting. I mean, as you can see, the Atlanta airport, it's a really nice airport, but they need to invest more in the toilet facility. It's embarrassing. I don't know who planned that, but yeah. Well, then again, this is how it is in America. I guess I remember in New York, when you go to a public toilet, it's the same. Huge gap underneath and huge gap on the top. It's horrible. That's it. Once again, guys, if you want a good, nice, relaxing flight, avoid connection in America, especially Delta Airlines. If you don't want to ruin your holiday, don't do it. Don't go with Delta. thanks for listening, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I will be posting more videos of my actual trip, so it's going to be good. So the airport you're looking at now is actually Atlanta Airport, and then in the beginning that was Rio de Janeiro Airport. So yeah, once again, don't travel with Delta Airlines, especially if you have connected flight with Delta in America. Rather go directly or go via Spain or Portugal. At least you'll be covered. But never ever